All right, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. Hello to Kimberly Martin, Beaver, USA, Kacey, Knight Rider. Great to see everyone. Thanksgiving was fun here at my house. Had a lot of food, a lot of drinks. Then over the weekend, we put up the Christmas tree, which was fun. Hey, NCT PTI, good to see you. Hey, Shaughn, Ziech. So today, I figured we would watch a sovereign citizen who explains to us the right to travel. And this video comes from Freedom from Government. And freedom from government has been showcased here on the channel in the past. Now, I've only seen about a couple of minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of this video. So, yeah, I'm going to start it about 30 seconds in because at the beginning there, he has some music playing. So, yeah, this right to travel argument should be interesting. Hey, Patricia, good to see you. Hey, Tani, great to see you as well. Hope everybody is doing great today. So, yeah, let's jump right into the video.
What is everybody doing? It's Friday. How's it going? Turn this off. I had a live stream about 5 days ago, and it has like 18,000 views.
All right, well, first off, why the hell is he sitting out in the middle of the desert nowhere? Like, which belt is that on the door? That is an old WWE Championship belt from about the 2001 to 2005 era of WWE, I would say. Yep, he definitely does sound drunk. I agree.
And I've been getting a lot of feedback and a lot of people calling with questions because I gave my phone number out during the last live stream. And I wanted to kind of go over some of the biggest or the most asked question. And people are like, what do I say? And is anybody interested in knowing what to say? Does anybody already know?
Oh, he definitely does seem kind of drunk. Hey, Raven Lunatic, good to see you. I say that's a fair bet, Tani, for sure. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to mention, I guess this guy, Freedom from Government, I guess he wrote some type of ebook on the right to travel argument also. So basically, he's going to answer questions about the right to travel, supposedly. So this is going to be full of sovereign citizen nonsense, I can already tell.
What to say when a cop asks you for a license, registration, and insurance. No. I mean, I'll wait for a second if somebody's typing or something, but here's how it goes. They're going to come up to your window, right? And typically people usually roll the window down like that much or something, a couple inches. And when they ask you for license, insurance, and registration, why not ask them if they're planning on using any of that documentation or information against you in court?
All right off the bat, that's typical subcit nonsense. Are you planning to use these documents against me in court? Well, they need to know who the hell you are, so I guess technically, but not even really, so because they need to know who you are in court, so they're going to use your ID or license to identify you. Ugh, so much ridiculousness.
I would say, because I'm not into self-incrimination. That's a Fifth Amendment, So
Identifying yourself is not
is
self-incrimination.
the people are to be secure in their persons, papers, and effects. So, yeah, when he's asking for license, registration, and insurance, just get an answer to the question: are you planning on using any of that against me in court? And either way he answers that question, it's a catch-22. If he says, no, I'm not planning on using any of this against you in court, great. Why are we even talking anymore? But
because most of the time, you sovereign citizens turn a minor traffic infraction into a much bigger deal than it needs to be, and often you get your window smashed and get a free trip to the Gray Bar Hotel because of your sovereign citizen stupidity. Hey, I am back. Good to see you. I'm doing well. How are you, my friend? Didn't Chili do this same bowl with his window flap and toilet paper? Most likely. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't watch too much of Chili. I mean, he's overall annoying, basically. Ridiculous.
if he says no, but if he says yes, you have rights. You know what I mean? Like if he tells you that he's planning on using that against you in court, you don't have to provide it. And as a matter of fact, you can get that evidence.
Damn it. Damn internet for some reason. Hang on. Damn Comcast.
Have to provide it. And as a matter of fact, you can get that evidence excluded if you tell him that he has to take it from you. You know what I mean? It's kind of putting them in a position, if they've read the Fourth Amendment, they cannot compel you through threat, duress, or coercion to incriminate yourself or provide documentation against yourself. You're supposed to be secure in your person, papers, and effects. Fourth Amendment. And we know this, right? So, and common misconception is that you have to just hand over your information if a cop stops you on the road. And that is for licensed drivers. It's not for private travelers.
In order to use the public roadways here in the United States of America, you need a driver's license. It doesn't matter whether you're traveling in commerce or not. That's just made up subcit BS. Like, so delusional. Hey, Adam. This may sound strange, but what the fuck is the deal with this guy's tongue? It's like too big for his mouth.
Because they never contracted they didn't contract away their right to liberty. Anyway, so when he asks you for license, registration, insurance, what do we say? Are you planning on using any of that against me in court? Because I'm not into self-incrimination, right?
Hey, Ravenwingg, good to see you.
You have rights, you know what I mean? Oh wow, there's a lot of comments. I do not wish to communicate with you until my lawyer gets present. Yeah, the thing is they tell you, they used to tell you anyway, they don't do it anymore because it's giving you too much information. You have the right to remain silent. That's a big one. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. So when you ask them if they're planning on using anything against you in court, you would guess that if they wanted to be honest, they would tell you yes. And if they tell you no, later on you can go to the prosecutor and say they told me they weren't going to use any of this against you in court. Yeah, exactly. Why is everybody conditioned into just handing over documents? We have to get out of this mindset.
Like, I really wonder what makes a person become a sovereign citizen. Like, because, not registering your car, not getting a license, going to jail, having to pay court costs seems a whole lot more expensive than just getting those required documents. Exactly. Since when do lawyers attend traffic stops? I've never seen it happen. I don't know about all of you, but I've never seen it happen. Hey, Scott, good to see you. Has anyone seen a lawyer show up at their client's traffic stop? Nope. Never.
There's all kinds of trolls out there who they say the darndest things. They were talking about the silver coins, saying that if something is minted by the United States, that means they own it, no matter what. But I don't know. I would say that they don't own coins that I'm in possession of. But I think a lot of that is just
these people sound too much like junior hires. They only hear what they want. They only hear what they can twist the way they want. Exactly. Well, if that's the case, then the officer was probably lazy, because there are some lazy bad cops out there that wasn't doing their jobs.
distractions, and people wanting to control other people, man. Why not just let each other, do what we want to do, Yeah. If you have a license and you are driving, commercially under a license, then that's one thing, You probably do have to hand it over when they ask for it because you signed the application and passed the test and whatever. Jays, you say this don't work in England, but you have to think about, like, man created government to protect its rights. A state was never meant to oppress its people. You know what I mean? A state or a country is only meant to...
Yeah, I've seen Paul Enslaved. He's one of the biggest morons I've ever seen on YouTube. Yeah, so ridiculous. Anybody that believes in this sovereign citizen bullshit really should get a psychiatric evaluation, in my opinion.
To protect the rights of the people in it. That's like the sole purpose of government. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You don't want to provide anything voluntarily because you can't get it thrown out later. You can use their own exclusionary rule against them. You know what I mean? Or use it in your favor. If they compel you, if they break your window, if they try to do anything like that, it's the evidence that they obtain by doing that has to be excluded because it's wrong. They're not supposed to be doing that. And I would, I would say any lawyer, come on. Hey, Bobby, you say this never works, but I have video evidence of it on my channel working multiple times. So when you use terms like never and always, that's indicative of deception. And these days, deception is a weapon, and it's being used every day against all of us. I bet Bobby has no videos, no subscribers. He's just a troll, probably opened his account a year ago or less. Anybody that is like already has, it's like our whole society these days is set up to self-patrol, and to keep each other in line. And they do this even through bots nowadays on the internet. They do all this. I'm sure a lot of it's just artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? But anyway, don't give up any documents.
Exactly. Don't give up any documents if you want to go to jail. Because that is what happens 9 out of 10 times. And when it doesn't happen, it's usually because the officer has more important call to go to, or the officer is just lazy and he isn't a good cop.
Even if you're a licensed driver, you don't have to be always operating in that capacity. So, you don't have to give up. You don't have to incriminate yourself when you get stopped. You don't have to provide whatever they're requesting all the time. Like that is what this country was founded on, is individual liberty. And liberty is also life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You know what I mean?
That's just the typical sovereign citizen line right there, directly out of the sovereign citizen script. And here's the other thing. If sovereign citizens really believe in this stuff, why the hell do they need a script? Like, they should know what to say without having to read it on the script. It's so ridiculous. If these sovereign citizens really knew what they were talking about, you would think they would know exactly what to say without needing some script that they printed off a sovereign citizen website.
You arrest people for this garbage quite often, and they all get convicted every time, jail time. So, Bobby, just because you take advantage of people doesn't mean that they don't have rights. You know what I mean, Bobby? That's pretty low because what you're really doing is you're just generating revenue.
Revenue generator. Another line. It's funny. I've never been in any legal trouble with the law whatsoever in my 26 years of existence on this earth. And I've never had a negative interaction with police. And that's because I don't break the law. It's like these sovereign citizens want to draw attention to themselves, and it's almost as if they like going to jail.
It's like this idea of America where there was no more sovereigns because every man is a sovereign without subjects in America. This is a new concept. And the police originated as slave catchers. And today they are still enforcing slavery through through revenue generation. You know, they're shearing us like sheep when they pull you over and tell you that you owe $200 for not wearing your seatbelt. You know what I mean?
And you sovereign citizen idiots think that you can travel without operating a freaking vehicle which weighs tons, and you think you can endanger lives. Like, there's a reason why we have driver's license. There's a reason why drivers need insurance and registration. Like, really. And if you don't like the laws that you need a license, registration, and insurance, and go somewhere else in the world where none of that is required, I doubt you'll be able to find a place like that.
But we have to, when we interact with them, we have to be more honorable than they are. I mean, I see them in here all the time saying how ruthless they are to people, the people they are supposed to be serving and protecting, and it's really sick. You know, when someone says I arrest people all the time for this, man, they're a sick individual.
Me too. I would love to see that. I would also love to see any time where a sovereign citizen has sued a police officer or a police county, and where they're actually successful in court, because they always say, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you. But not once have we ever seen a sovereign citizen successful in that lawsuit. It's funny how they say they're going to sue you, but then we never hear about that lawsuit again. Funny how that works.
You know what I mean? And really, they probably need compassion and training. Well, anyway, I'm going to move on to the next subject. But the next most asked question is about insurance. And there's a lot of trolls in the...
Did those legal experts attend YouTube University? Because I heard their success rate isn't good. Hey, Jack Gunner, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Comment section talking about, if you fail to upkeep your duties as a driver and you crash into me and don't have insurance, who's going to pay? You know, they love these hypotheticals. You know what I mean? And, you know, what if I don't want to pay into a commercial, you know, for lack of a better term, pyramids?
Why take a settlement? If you were so sure that you're right, why take a settlement? What do you want? Millions and millions? Yeah, I call bullshit on that. Some random guy on the internet thinks he's a law scholar.
Scheme, which is insurance, instead of just...
If you really think you know the law, then why don't you become a lawyer and actually educate people like you sovereign citizens claim to do? Hey, Mark, good to see you. Sure, some guy on the internet. I'm a real-world example. Yeah, okay. You're not going to convince any of us that your sovereign citizen bullshit works.
Setting money aside in a savings account for an emergency. What if I pay insurance premiums for 2 decades and never make a claim? All that money is gone. You know what I mean? So, you know, they make the presumption that just because you don't carry some kind of commercial insurance policy, that you're not, you know, that you're destitute or something.
let's say for the sake of argument that profession of police officer did originate as a slave apprehension. That doesn't matter because it's not so today. There is no DNA passed down as a slave cop.
And as a matter of fact, we have an insurance substitute in the lawful traveler package at shop.freedomfromgovernment.org.
Oh God, now he's going to promote his right to travel license plate and all his other sovereign citizen nonsense.
And it's that shop.
Fee $5,000 per person per day or any part their property may use force to remove those who trespass. Oh, good luck with that. Almost sounds like a fee schedule.
.freedomfromgovernment.org. Basically, what the surety bond is where you pledge 21 ounces of silver to someone that you trust, and everybody, and it just is a witnessed agreement that you are not destitute and are able to cover, handle your own affairs. And I would say that is an adequate a bond is an adequate replacement for insurance. Man, it's racketeering when the state tells you have to purchase a product. You know what I mean? So that's the insurance question. There's another question about why don't I just have no plates at all? You know what I mean? Instead of these notices that we have here. We have the motorcycle size, and we have the
right to travel plates, the private plates. You might as well just put a sign on your car that says, please pull me over because I'm an idiot. Like, those plates don't work. It's so freaking ridiculous.
the leet speak, which is where the numbers are substituted for the vowels, and then we have the original classic design, which has
anybody that buys those plates and really puts them on their car is ridiculous. That's all I'm gonna say.
People say, well, I would get this if it were the flat earth. What if this is the flat earth, just looking from the firmament? Anyway, this is a notice. It doesn't have any kind of...
It's not a notice, it's just nonsense. Basically, you're begging the cops to pull you over with your notice.
State seal on it. It doesn't have the name of a state or another fictitious entity that could claim copyright over the name itself, or a seal or a flag. This is for the cop. He sees this, and you're being...
I use no plates at all. Grant County policy enforcers will not stop me again, I promise. If you seem so confident, how about you put videos on your YouTube channel educating all of us on your sovereign citizen foolishness, because nobody here is going to listen to it. Because we all know the sovereign citizen movement is nothing but absolute nonsense.
Very direct with him. No license or insurance required, not for commercial use, private mode of travel.
Mark, he has a 100% success rate. In the land of make-believe, I'm sure.
Travel. And the thing is when the cop sees this, he knows that he's going to be sitting on the side of the road for however long, and it's not going to be a situation where he has automatic authority. It's going to be a real hassle. So when they
Yes, I have been compensated well for the time on the side of the road. Bullshit. I call that 100% success, where you other guys take the trip to jail because they say the wrong thing. Like, really? Yeah, okay. Anybody can say anything on the internet without any proof. So, yeah, just because you say it, it must mean it's true.
see this, they tend to leave you alone because they have plenty of people with state plates to choose from. It's easy. They're easy targets. I call them pay agains because they're always paying. They'll pay. And that's how the police departments and highway patrols doing traffic interdictions, that's how they have made their bread and butter forever, off of the people that they're supposed to be serving and protecting. You hear about the smashed windows and the people being taken to jail because they found some marijuana or something. I know if you go,
I'm going to buy a set of those plates in a set and send Monopoly money. That would be great.
through Utah, they do that, like on the border of on their.
Well, you know, as the late great Schrodinger's cat would say, you have to lie to fraud it. Like, really? If this guy in the chat thinks that his sovereign citizen stuff is real, then why doesn't he have over like 1 million views on YouTube proving that we can all travel without a license?
Their borders, because they border states that have legal marijuana. They do marijuana interdiction right there on the borders and catch people all day long just for victimless crimes, making money, crazy money. They take all the money too. You know what I mean? So back to the topic of no plates. This right here is better than no plate. I'm telling you, it's better than state plate. It's better than no plate. And you know, we have lots of people around here that are proof of that. They, like my whole little town here.
That is a great question. I'm wondering that also. Because after all, most sovereign citizens believe they don't have to pay taxes.
A lot of them have private plates, and a lot of the people with state plates are jealous. They're like, ooh, I pay taxes and I pay for my registration and the roads, and it's like, you know, I don't know, people that are not, you know, people that are sheep they really want to control everybody else because they are, you know, essentially out of control of their own lives. So the next question, or the next thing I wanted to talk about, was we have the right to liberty. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't. Look at the Amish. They don't use cars, but they have already won that Supreme Court right to travel on the roadways with a carriage. And these are just carriages with more horsepower. They're self-propelled. So we have the right to liberty. It says so right in the Declaration of Independence. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about that. But before I do that, I wanted to give away an ounce of silver to someone.
Oh, God.
And how do I do that? Oh, my goodness. There's been so many comments. Yeah, the Amish. You know what I mean? Like, been there, done that. They do things the old-fashioned way, you know?
Exactly, which is what sovereign citizens don't seem to understand. that operating a motor vehicle without the proper documentation, it's basically saying that you have no training, you haven't learned how to drive, and that can result in people being killed. Hey, unclean hands. Howdy, this guy has a real driver's license. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised. He seems to be all talk. Just going through the chat. All right.
I mean, anyway, can anyone tell me where in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights it tells you that you have the right to travel? Can anybody do it? I know. I think it's kind of a challenging question here. You know, the fourth. Yeah, that's good. The fourth protects you in your property, you know, from seizures. And 9, ding, ding, ding. But another worldview, I think I already sent you one. There it is, Tara, 14th. I'll take that one. 14th is good. Yeah. Tara, who was it? Tara's Detox, is that what that is? You want an ounce of silver. And because somebody made a big deal about the United States one, I'll give you a choice. Tara, yeah, you won. You can either have the pirate silver coin, or you can have the American Eagle from 2020, the one from the year of the COVID where, I probably shouldn't have said that, but 20.
Hey, Hank, good to see you. Unclean hands is correct. You can't leave an auto dealership without showing a driver's license. Exactly, so at some point, all of these sovereign citizens had to have had a license at some point. He admits to having one in this video. Exactly, Beaver. They didn't even have cars when the Constitution was written. You know, they often cite Black's Law Dictionary being able to travel in a horse carriage and buggy. Like, they cite so many outdated things. What is the definition of driving? Oh, he's back in the chat. I see this guy. The word travel does not appear in the U.S. Constitution.
2020, you can have something good come from 2020. Yeah, Tara, just
yeah, I've seen that video, but what the hell does it have to do with sovereign citizens? Like, that's completely moving the goalpost of what we're talking about.
You can send me a text message at 503-899-3335, and I will get it right out to you. All right, so.
All right, for the record, he doxed his own phone number. I didn't. So,
you know, a state was never meant to oppress its people. You know what I mean? And for evidence of this, all we have to do is turn to the Declaration.
hey, Dad-son, we were wondering, do you pay taxes? Because the majority of sovereign citizens don't pay taxes. So I was really wondering about that.
Declaration of Independence. Arr, get the point. Yeah, for real. I want to read you guys a little something real quick. You guys have already heard this. Probably know
that is true. I am poster 7.
It starts off with we. Well, this is actually the second paragraph of the Declaration, but it goes like this: we hold these truths to be self-evident, and I guess it was just talking about, when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to.
If people spam the chat with lies, do we time them out? Asking for a friend. You comment that I picked the worst examples every single one of my videos recently. If you don't like it, then don't watch. There are many other channels that believe in your sovereign citizen cult. This is one of the channels that calls them out. Like,
assume among the powers of the earth.
Because once again, you're not going to convince anyone in this chat that your sovereign citizen beliefs are real.
The separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them. Which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. They came from the Creator, not from the government. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have the right to liberty. You know what?
Obviously, you don't believe in law and order because one of the laws is that you must have a driver's license in order to operate a car on a public roadway. And you saying that you have the right to travel is 100% a sovereign citizen tactic. We don't stop.
What liberty is? Travel, moving around. And that to secure these rights, governments have been instituted among men, deriving their just powers from their consent of the government.
Thank you, Unclean Hands. I was kind of getting tired of him. Like, he's just trying to take over the chat because he wants attention, so yeah, if he comes back and he tries to take over the chat again with his sovereign citizen nonsense, then you could time him out again because it's clear, like, this conversation is not going to accomplish anything.
Governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is that right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer. Look at how much suffering is going on these days. While evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing...
Like, really, now he's just preaching on, like, incoherently. Like...
invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism. It is their right. And not only is it their right, but it is their duty to throw off such governments and provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies 200 years ago, 200, almost 300 years ago. It's time for it to happen again. I mean, I am not saying go, like, be destructive. I'm saying be compassionate and help your brothers learn.
Most likely, in my opinion, I think most of these sovereign citizens just decide to become soft-sits off of one traffic stop, and then they read up about this sovereign citizen nonsense and believe that they really can't travel without a license. And we all know it's all complete bullshit. Wouldn't be surprised. Most likely. It's funny though, because recently my channel has gotten a lot more viewers than usual, especially over the holiday weekend. And I've seen a lot more sovereign citizens commenting on my videos. They write these huge long paragraphs that they think people are going to read, and I just find it amusing. The sovereign citizen movement, I have a feeling, is starting to get more known, mainly because of the Brooks trial, and people that are first hearing about it think that they can travel and do whatever they want.
I wanted to also mention that I have this
Most likely
it's a
it's
free
both.
ebook that I've been giving away. Man, there's been so many people downloading this book.
Now he's going to promote his little book there. I kind of want to buy it, but just so I could read it and make fun of it. But at the same time, I'm not giving him money.
Recently, like within the past few days, lots of these books flying out there and going everywhere. Should I read a little bit of this book to you? Because I wrote it so that, you buy a car without getting a license by just going on Craigslist or going on YouTube, eBay Motors. You can buy a used car, and just, it's easy. I don't know. I think maybe I should read a little bit of this book to you guys. You might not like it, though. Because it requires a little bit of responsibility. I'm going to start off here on page 7. Yeah, why is anybody asking permission to use their own property? Exactly. Who?
Exactly. And that's what all these soft sits are in it for, in my opinion. Because they make these videos on YouTube and they monetize their videos, which is technically operating in commerce, by the way. They all do it for clicks, views, and money. Dad's son here, only the worst influencer would kick me out of the chat after challenging your propaganda. You were afraid of what I have to say and evidence I have to present. You can go present all your evidence on your own channel. The fact is, you're on my channel trying to promote your bullshit because nobody's going to watch your videos.
Who is the problem? You already know the material in this book. It is knowledge that everyone is born with. There is a problem, however, and this problem is that it really
Take care,
has
my
nothing
friend.
to do with anyone but you. Lots. Like, a lot. I'm going to start over because I got distracted. Who is the problem? You already know the material in this book. It is knowledge that everyone is born with. There is a problem, however, and this problem is that it really has nothing to do with anyone but you. Yeah. Free.
No, not yet. Unless he starts attacking anyone specifically in chat. Nah, I mean, we can listen to his side, even though it's nonsense. Mark, the Supreme Court of the United States decision, which lays out the state's right to require driver's license, registration, and insurance, is Hendrick versus Maryland. Again, it's not about believing. It's about, I already proved it wrong by Grant County, Colorado, well over 100,000 views. I'm about to bring more people here to this channel. Awesome. I'd love more viewers for my channel. Like, you're not hurting me by doing that.
Shop.freedomfromgovernment.org. This is free for everybody. I can't give away printed copies to everybody, but the ebook is free. It's always going to be free. It's free for everybody. Shop.freedomfromgovernment.org. Let's start this one more time. I'm not going to get interrupted this time. Sorry. I'm just going to go. Who is the problem? You already know the material in this book. It is knowledge everyone is born with. There is a problem, however, and this problem is that it really has nothing to do with anyone but you. No one can change you but you. Don't worry about anyone else. This book is all about you and claiming your true power as your own king in your life. Don't lose focus of the goal. This book is not about anyone else or any other exterior problems you may be having while you read this book. Take a break from them for now and allow your troubles the chance to work themselves out after you've done the inner work you need to do for yourself. In times long past, and sometimes even today, the title master was retained and used for boys or young men. Why do you think this is? Is it because as a child, your thoughts and actions are more pure and uncorrupted by the world around you? Maybe it is.
This is somebody from Freedom from Government. That's the name of the YouTube channel. He is definitely deep down the sovereign citizen rabbit hole. Hey, Corrections 101, good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Because children ask lots of questions, or perhaps just living in this world for a period of time is what corrupts the souls of men. No matter what happened, it is time to once again look at the world as a child without all the preconceived notions that are held by adults. A child is inquisitive and looking for answers. They inquire about everything. Let this be your first clue.
Also, just for the record, I've gone to Datson's, both of his channels, and I do not see any video where he has 100,000 views or anything regarding the right to travel. Just saying.
to be successful in not only interaction with agents of government, but in just about every aspect of your life. The secret is to inquire. But what happens as you grow older? You start becoming more self-conscious, start caring about what other people think about you. You want to sound smart, so you slow down or you stop asking questions completely and just act like you know the answers. This is where the problem begins with belief. Belief is a problem because it allows a concept to take hold in a mind that is usually accepted without real investigation. If no one was gullible and everyone challenged every belief that didn't have merit, people would be tricked much less. And I think the world would be a beautiful place if this mixed with the individual responsibility and morality, which is simply knowing the difference between right and wrong. Have you ever met someone who knows everything like Bobby Bishop here, or thinks that they do? But when you present a new idea, they will say they already knew that, or maybe not tell you, or ask any questions if they don't know something, or act like they already knew something when you try to expand their consciousness with a new tidbit. This person is done asking questions. They have inhibited their own expansion of knowledge because they didn't want to look or sound stupid. Sounds really contradictory, doesn't it? But look at this guy. He's pulling it off like a champ. This is how the human mind works, though. To overcome it and defeat it, you only have to recognize it and work to be more open. People are lost when it comes to dealing with court and police.
It really is terrifying to think about people traveling on highways without any driver's license. And they often don't travel without any insurance either, so when they hit somebody, they think they can do whatever they want, basically. Boy, the subsits are out in full force today, it looks like. Hey, Vilified Freedom, great to see you, my friend. And thank you for the $5 super chat. Keep up the good work. God bless. Thank you very much.
I believe it's just because they don't know what to do. And people would know what to do if only they knew who they are. People don't want to learn what to do about these situations or ever challenge the presumed authority of these agents because they carry weapons and they take people's freedom away. Sometimes they even seriously injure or kill people. You don't want to tell them that they are wrong. A smart person will learn from what they do wrong. It is called gaining experience. You don't learn anything by never trying. So trying is how you actually learn. Why do you do the same thing pretty much every day? Why does everything seem so structured? Ask questions. Be open to interaction with others. Keep an open mind and keep an open mind. You could wake up one day and realize everything you have been told is a lie. You were born free, right? Do you still feel as free as the day you were born? I guess you probably can't remember the day you were born, but what has happened to your freedom since?
Oh, what has happened to my freedom since the day I was born? Let's see. Nothing. I still have all the freedoms that I've had since I was born. You know why that is? Because I don't break the law.
Is it external sources that are preventing you from being free? Or is it your own mind? What is really preventing you from being as free as you would like to be right now? Is it the corrupt courts, the police, your job, your spouse, your kids, the guy on the freeway on-ramp with the sign that is asking people for spare change. Was it stupid drivers, stupid people? Or maybe it is the fact that you are looking for someone or something to blame. You have nothing and no one to blame at all. And once you realize this and actually stop blaming external things that are out of your control, we can all move forward. There's no blame needed. All that is needed is determination, persistence, and an open mind. When you are in court and you answer their questions with statements, you're actually testifying against yourself. So in that case, who would be committing the fraud? The court? The court is just asking questions. You are the one making the statements. If they ask you a question and you answer it, what does that make you? Have you ever heard of the saying, the master asked the question?
Yeah, okay. And I'm pretty sure it's just you on another account, but there's my opinion. Hey, Ziggy for the facts. Good to see you.
Questions and the servant answers them. The minute you answer that question, you just gave him jurisdiction. You are the one that testifies against yourself. You are the one committing fraud. Ignorance is no excuse now that you have been informed. What happens if you don't testify against yourself? My guess is that they would have to let you go.
At this point, he's really just rambling on and on.
Should I keep going?
No.
Or is that good? You guys good? We good?
I think we're all tired of listening to your incoherent
I could
rambling.
read just a little bit more if you want. All right, pencil. I'll do it. Fear. Guns, handcuffs, tasers, clubs, pepper spray, jail, fines, injury.
Life tip from an old person. Anyone claiming estratic knowledge that will free you from chains of society is trying to sell you something. That is true. I mean, just look at freedom from government here. He's trying to sell those license plates, his book, all of that. Hey, LJ Sings came late. Been watching 2 times speed just caught up, and I still don't know why he's doing this in his car in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we're all still trying to figure that out. I love how none of what he read used anything to make a point out of what he wrote and tries to sound intelligent. Hey, Jenny. Should I keep going? No.
Even death are very valid things to be afraid of. All of these things you're afraid of, though, rely on the actions of others.
Hey, Granger, Renfrew.
There's no reason to be scared of a gun without somebody pulling the trigger. There's no reason to be scared of handcuffs without somebody putting them on you. There's no reason to be scared of a club if no one is swinging it. There's no reason to be scared of jail without someone there to lock you up. What is the common denominator in all of these things that you're scared of? They all require the actions of other people. We must realize that all we have to do is interact properly with other people, and as a result, you will have no reason to be scared of any of these things. Your fear belongs to you and you alone. So am I scared of these things and the people that use them and what they could possibly do to me? Of course I am, but I don't let that be reflected in my interaction with them ever. Excuse me. Let me tell you a little secret. No matter what happens.
Exactly, Hank. There's no fear in the law if you don't break it. And like I said, I've never had any negative encounter with police ever in my life. Never arrested, never gotten a fine, nothing. I haven't broken the law and nothing bad has happened to me. So it's funny how the only people who hate cops are the criminals. It's funny how that works.
To me during this life. Or sorry, no, let me tell you a little secret. No matter what happens to me during the life I am living, letting fear dictate my actions will always corrupt the results. Just like fearing death, there's no reason to because it happens to everyone. And there's no way to predict when it will happen to you. If you let it, though, you could probably worry about death to the point that you couldn't function. But what good would that do? So why let fear dictate your actions if you can't predict the future? Live in the moment. Do not allow the future.
You know, the problem with these sovereign citizens, though, is that they never take any responsibility for their actions. They always look for someone else to blame. They never take accountability. They never own up to their mistakes. They always want to put the blame on others.
Future or the past to control what you do right now. No one can predict when the Grim Reaper is going to come knocking. So all you can do is live in the now and enjoy it. You only have one opportunity to live this life. Something as simple as the sound of police radio static or handcuffs clicking can trigger the response that, like, you're going to jail, and trick you into responding in such a way to bring you into their jurisdiction. Like touching a hot stove, you immediately react. Maybe you have heard of Pavlov's dogs that were trained to salivate at the sound of a bell. You have to recognize these tactics and not let them affect you. They will do whatever they can and to try to change your mind. The attorney.
There are a lot of awful cops. There is a systematic bias in the whole legal system, but this BS simply distracts from real issues that need resolution. Exactly. And I agree, there are terrible cops out there. Don't get me wrong, there definitely are. But this sovereign citizen BS is just that, BS. And most of the time, it's over something minor like a traffic infraction. Just going through the chat. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't look like I have. All right.
Police and judges are allowed to say things. They're allowed to lie to you. But these tactics are just to get you to play. Keep in mind that they will usually not carry through with their threats, especially if you stay in honor. No one wants to go to jail, get shot, or beat up, so they have a pretty heavy control mechanism in place. And you can be sure that they have studied mind control and psychology in serious depth. Look at their resources. They have plenty of money that they have tricked everyone into giving them. To think that they have not mastered controlling the human mind is naive. Learn about mind control. Once you see that it is there, it will no longer be able to affect you. Keep in mind that your thoughts create your reality. Watch what you think. You just might get or create what you are dwelling on. Make your thoughts happy and rechannel your fear into courage.
Yeah, it's fine. You can completely time him out. Like, it's clear that's just him on another account, pretending to be someone else. He's repeating the same garbage that he's already posted a couple times in the chat. So yeah, you can time him out. Because he needs to realize that this is not his stage. This is my channel, and he's not going to take over my chat.
Courage. It's okay to have fear. Sometimes fear of death keeps us alive and even helps us to do things that we would normally never be able to do. But to let fear control you is to be out of control. Yeah, the next chapter is called Argument, and I don't know. I mean, we've all heard this. I'm not going to argue with you. It's a common response from police officers when you try to talk to them. It is an easy way for them to close down communicate conversations. You never want to argue, because to argue is to get stuck in a form of a duel.
And you know what? Hang on just a moment while I take care of something in chat.
You can and probably will lose. In law school, typically for the final exams, students will be chosen to represent a side of a historic case with a landmark decision. Each side will argue, and the best argument will win. But anyone can win. All you have to do is have the best.
Because really, him coming and spamming with like 3 or 4 different accounts, yeah, I've had enough of him. Bye-bye.
Argument. Lawyers are bound to procedure. They are unable to challenge the court because they have sworn an oath to uphold its rules. All they can do is argue. They cannot question procedure because it is a rule. And once you've sworn an oath to uphold something, it is binding on your soul. Oaths are bad because once you swear them, you lose the ability to make certain choices in the future. We never want to argue. And to do this, we may need to relearn how to think. Let's think about an argument for a second. What is an argument? Wikipedia says, in logic and philosophy, an argument is an attempt to persuade someone of something by giving reasons for accepting a particular conclusion as evident. The general structure of an argument in a natural language is that of premises, typically in the form of prepositions, statements, or sentences in support of a claim. The conclusion. The structure of some arguments can also be set out in a formal language, and formally defined arguments can be made independently of natural language arguments.
Exactly. That's what I'm wondering too, Corrections 101.
In math, logic, and computer science. So, an argument is an attempt to persuade someone of something.
It's funny because I've seen trolls on YouTube before. Shortly after I started my channel making these sovereign citizen videos, I had someone post a comment saying that they were going to take me down and ruin my channel. Well, here I am. Still haven't heard from that guy since that comment.
In support of a claim. It is only an attempt. We need something better than that. Not only can an attempt fail, but the word attempt doesn't sound like it could even be very effective in the first place. We're not trying to persuade anyone of anything. It is not necessary. An argument is constructed of prepositions, statements.
And if he comes back on another account, you have my permission to just outright ban him. Because there's no point in talking to these little children. Seriously. They think they're so right, but they're really not. And this guy claimed he had over 100,000 views, yet I clicked on all of his channels and haven't been able to find the video of him traveling freely.
And sentences. An argument is not final, and typically an argument can be disproven, rebutted, or compromised. I'm gonna continue with honor and controversy. If you treat someone with honor and respect, what can you expect in return? If you get stopped by an officer and you start screaming, "I know my rights," the officer is going to say to himself, "Really? You know your rights, huh? Well, I'm going to show you what your rights are." And then you're in a world of crap because you have to sue, fight your way through court, deal with jail, maybe even an ass kicking, and altogether not have a good time. In the end,
Matthew.
You are at war instead of being honorable. A police officer is just a man. like you. If you treat him with kindness and honor, how do you think he will treat you? Are you trying to get out of something? If you have done harm to another's body or property, you need to take responsibility and do what you can to make it right. But that doesn't mean you need to enter a guilty plea. What does it mean to be guilty anyway? Does it mean you feel really bad? Or is it like calling a truce because you got caught doing something against the law without feeling any genuine guilt? Always be honorable. To be honorable is to not cause controversy. You cause a controversy when you claim something that you do not own, namely the name. Always call it the name for your own safety. It's the name that you use.
And don't get me wrong, I'm open to discussion. I'm open to hearing the other side of the story, but when you come onto my channel with at least 3 different accounts spamming the same nonsense, like, there's no reasoning with these people. Like, it's like talking to a little toddler. So I'm not going to subject you guys to listening to that nonsense anymore in the chat.
Easy as that. And remember that you are not a fictional entity whose only existence is on a piece of paper. And if someone is mistaking you, the man or the woman, for a piece of paper, there's obviously been a mistake. So what is that mistake? Who am I to say what the mistake is? Who am I? The mistake is in who I actually am. I'm going to stop here. It's free. You guys can go get this for free at shop.freedomfromgovernment.com right now. We also have these really awesome no trespass signs. You know what is the...
Yeah, and putting those trespassing signs on your car doesn't make you exempt from the law. Just more nonsense.
The coolest thing about these no trespass signs? It's like really, it stands out, first of all. But the coolest thing is right here, it defines trespasser, one who intentionally and without consent enters another's property. And that's all fine and dandy, but how do you know if they're trespassing or not? This is how. Right here, this is how. Right below trespasser is criminal trespass. And it is entering or remaining upon any land, structure, or transportation device when such premises or property are posted in a manner reasonably likely to come to the attention of intruders. In other words, this beautiful, remarkable sign right here turns trespassing, which nobody even knew you were trespassing. With the sign, it turns it into criminal trespass, which means that it is prosecutable. And you have, the most beautiful thing about criminal trespass is you may use force to remove.
No, you cannot use force.
Of those who are doing it. And you can charge a land use fee of up to $5,000 per person per day or any part thereof. This sign...
I still haven't seen a sovereign citizen collect on their fee schedule.
Is at shop.freedomfromgovernment.org right here. And yeah, it's, just like these, the plates that are available, it's just giving them notice. It's not a...
No, those plates are saying, please pull me over because I'm an idiot. That's all those plates are saying.
Threat. It's not we don't want to cause anybody harm. We all want to coexist peacefully, right? I myself would put these about every 10 or 15 feet. You know what I mean? They're good. Aluminum. All these are nice, sturdy, thick aluminum. It's not gonna like the ink and stuff is really good.
Hey, Mo Army, great to see you, my friend. And hey, Joshua Lee, great to see you as well. I dare these guys to show me a time that these signs or these plates have ever worked. Me too, because I would love to see it. I've never seen it. And I also want to see where they win a lawsuit in court. I bet some cops might avoid them if they don't want to deal with their stupidity that day. I'm sure that does happen. I'm sure.
And it's produced by sublimation is what it's called, and it's where it has a it prints dye onto the surface, and then it also has a coating of a UV coating. So CVC 260B, Frankie. I don't know if you're in California, but that would answer what you're. Yeah, looks like another worldview has got you too. Well, it's starting to get, the sun is down. Starting to get dark. I want to thank all you guys for joining me here tonight. And congratulations to Tara for winning the silver, pirate silver.
All right, I think that's basically it. I think he just promotes his stuff again. So I think that's where I'm going to end this video. And boy, I was going to say let's watch another one of his videos, but I think we've heard enough of him for one day. But I do want to see this sovereign citizen right to travel argument in action. So, how about we bring up a sovereign citizen traveling? And let's see how well it works out for them. Let me bring up a video. When they start to show, you need Michael Scott Pyramid. You need the Michael Scott pyramid. Just going through the chat. How do you pay him? In gold bars in the mail? Most likely. I wouldn't doubt if that's how he wants to get paid. All right. Let's see. So here's the right to trail argument in action.
Traveling at commercial capacity. That means that I have to be Domino's, or I have to have a logo on my car that says I'm a business. I have to have, because it's taxable. Because traveling's free and it's a right.
Okay, but you're still operating a motor vehicle, sir. And
No, a motor vehicle and a Black's Law's dictionary. I ain't lying to you. No, this is.
Of course, Black's Law Dictionary. The one that's been outdated, he's probably citing. The one when horses and carriages were still around. Hey, Kriss3d, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, I don't have a PayPal. But I really should look into opening a PayPal account. I mean, I don't want YouTube to take a cut. Oh, I mean, I do have an Amazon account if, I don't know, because the Amazon gift cards are also good, and I shop on Amazon all the time. But anyway, I really do need to look into opening a PayPal.
It's an automobile. Motor vehicle is under commercial. That means that
This is a motor vehicle. It can be anything. It can be a riding lawnmower. It can be a boat. It's anything that's operated by a motor.
you do understand the oath of office, don't you? To the Constitution. Took oath of office to get your position. Color of law, because this is like the way color.
Put the link in your bio, maybe you'll get a present. Well, I think all you need to send an Amazon gift card is an email address, so you could start an Amazon wish list like Chili. I'll put my email in the chat just in case, but nobody is obligated, and I want to make that clear. Nobody is ever obligated to send me money. It is appreciated, but nobody is ever obligated.
Law works.
I should have told you to grab your subsit bingo cards before this video started, because right now he's sitting every square on the bingo card.
Is like I got my constitutional rights that's over top of all the rest. So the right to travel is there. Now, if I want to travel and make money on the roadways, then I have to pay for tags. I have to get a license. I have to get all that stuff.
Sir, I just want to be clear. You don't want to present me with your operator's license right now.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do, sir.
If I'm driving, I have to, but I'm traveling.
The problem for you is that you are driving. And let me ask you something, Softsit. When you go to operate your motor vehicle, do you put the car in drive or travel? You put it in drive, because there's no such gear as travel.
You're operating a motor vehicle, driving, traveling.
An automobile.
It doesn't matter, but you're operating a motor vehicle, sir. So if you don't
Is it true that you have video and microphone recording on your person?
I have my in-car video, sir.
You have to have state law.
No, I don't.
You have to have a recording on your person.
No, I don't.
You don't know that new rule that the government came out with?
I can tell you that's not
It's Supreme Court. It ain't like Michigan. It's Supreme Court.
Okay, but regardless, I need your license, and if you're not willing to present that to me, that's fine. I'll go back to my car and we'll go from there. But the easiest route is for you to present me with your operator's license.
It's easier for you.
It's not easier for you, sir. I don't want to cite you for not presenting me with your operator's license. I'm trying to give you out here.
I know, but legally I don't have to give you one for traveling. Now, if I'm in commercial capacity and operating in commercial vehicle.
You're operating a motor vehicle, and I'm not going to argue with you, sir. I want to make this.
Will you please just real quick? I don't want to be a dick. Look up Black's Law real quick in your car. I didn't believe it at first either.
Sir, I had.
Because it's utter nonsense. Like, sovereign citizen argument is complete nonsense.
Just study it in order to pass the school. Okay?
Yeah, but I know what the police academy training is. It's more like how to boot indoors, not to get sued, how to detain people, all that type stuff. And they don't teach you law. That's what the prosecutor does.
Okay, so you don't want to provide me with your operator's license, sir?
I don't have to present you with an operator's
That's your
license.
final offer. Do you want to present me with your operator's license, or are you refusing?
Well, upon what authority are you acting?
Okay, step out of the vehicle, sir.
Uh,
you have a right to ask you to step out of the vehicle.
Am I being detained?
What do you think? Of course you're being detained. Like, they ask the most ridiculous questions that they already know the answer to. Yes, you are being detained. Of course you are. Like, why else would the officer be talking to you on the side of the road?
Right now, is it purposes of my traffic stop? Yes, you are.
Is this a transaction of security interest? If not, I'm not obligated to you're not obligated to generate upon me to pay or perform, so there's no reason for us to be talking. And if there is, you need my consent, and I do not consent to your transaction of security interest. Are you leaving, ma'am? Am I being detained? Am I free to go? Because if I'm not being detained, I'm free to go.
I'll say it before and I'll say it again. If these sovereign citizens really knew what they were talking about, they wouldn't need to read it off a script.
Some people don't know the law.
Some people don't know the law. Coming from somebody that has no clue on what the law is. It really is incredible how cocky these people can be, thinking they know the law, and then they end up getting arrested. He definitely is new. It's typically a line that some sovereign citizens say, mostly frauditors say it as well. Take care, Ziggy. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. Hope you have a great day. Right now, the only one that doesn't know the law is you, and I really hope your girlfriend or wife isn't falling for this sausage stuff either.
I mean, I have my driving permit.
If you have the right to travel like you say you do, then why do you have a permit? Wait a minute. You really don't believe in this sausage stuff, do you? You're just trying it to see if it works. He has a permit. I forgot about that part. That is great. He has the right to travel, yet he has a permit, a learner's permit to drive. You wouldn't need that if you really believed in what you're spewing.
I'm completely legal, but I don't need that stuff to be traveling anyway. That's the whole point. They can't just stop people for whatever they feel like. Give people a hard time to generate revenue. She said, "Can you come out of the vehicle?" It's like, can you get a warrant?
Okay, sir, I'm gonna ask you to exit the vehicle.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Just because of my security interests in myself, you're gonna have to get a warrant to get me out. In regards to my driver's license and registration and insurance, are you under claim under full commercial liability that I have an obligation to such a thing to exercise my common law right? Do you know that drive is defended as one employed who conducts a coach, carriage, or other motor vehicles? Revere's Dictionary, 1914 edition, page 940.
Okay, sir, I'm not going by the dictionary. I'm going by.
You got to, because that's what you're going by is the law, and the law, the words in the law are by laws by the Black Law Dictionary.
Okay, sir.
So this is your job. I'm explaining to you so you know for the next guy. That isn't a lawful order.
Yes, it is.
That's not a lawful order.
I'm asking.
Am I being detained?
Yes, and I'm allowed.
Oh, I think that's like the third time that he's asked if he's being detained. It helps to memorize that stupid script rather than reading it. I'm sure glad we don't go by medical books that old. Ah, me too, Patricia. Yeah, if you keep driving without a driver's license, then you do generate a lot of money for the local police department.
What's the section, subsection? What's under what?
Right now, sir.
You have to tell me. Can I get a supervisor?
Yeah.
You have to call a supervisor when I request you.
We've been through this before. The officer isn't required to call a supervisor. She can, but she's under no obligation to do so.
Police don't have supervisors, sir.
Yeah, you do, ma'am. You have to have a supervisor. If I ask you, I read your policy. I read your procedure and policy. That's what I wrote this off of. For the Michigan State procedure and policy. Your Constitution is the same Constitution as the Constitution of the United States.
Okay,
and that
sir,
Constitution is the same Constitution as the Constitution. You're asking me to, but I'm telling you, I legally don't have to. Do you know that a privilege of using streets, highways, and the operations of here a motor vehicle carriage for hire can be acquired by permission or license from the state of subdivision Black Law Dictionary 6 edition page 920? Do you know that statutory requirement that license be produced for motor vehicles used upon the highways based on servitude put on the highways by such a use and advantages which the improved highways may be offended to business on which the motor vehicle employed, passive for Southern Ryko, 91985 SE 36-4216, New York Code 38, and that's a Supreme Court case.
Okay, sir, I told you to exit the motor vehicle. Okay.
That's
You
an
need to
unlawful
license the motor
order.
vehicle.
That's an
It's a
unlawful
lawful
order. That's not a law. That's not a lawful order, man. You got to bring your supervisor here. Do you know that statutory duty applies for those who are present a driver's license for personal travel and transportation as persons is not in the case of persons whose benefit or protection
is
to the
my
statute
email
was
address.
enacted. Ruff versus Quinn, 20-20488.
Motor vehicle in the state of Michigan. I need to see your license.
I am operating an automobile. It's not a motor vehicle. Listen, ma'am, it's not a motor vehicle until I am in commercial, and unless I'm operating commercial capacity. I'm traveling. I'm not for hire. I'm not getting paid.
A few minutes later.
I don't know why the police think they can drive with the brakes on. You know what I'm saying? Putting people at risk out here. They can't see the road. She's mad because I flashed her. Shit, I was trying to warn her. I let her know she had her brakes on so she doesn't recklessly drive and put people's lives in danger. I got 3 of my children back here with me. Couldn't even see the road.
In my opinion, you're a lousy parent for trying this soft sit defense with your kids in the car.
Gave her a flash. Oh, I got 2 kids. Here comes Home Lake's finest.
Okay, sir, I'm going to need you to shut the motor vehicle off.
I'll shut it off just for your safety.
Okay. If you don't produce me with a valid operator's license, this is how it's going to go. I'm going to bust your window and I'm going to take you out of the car, okay? I'm giving you fair warning here that this is the next step. I've asked you to exit the motor vehicle. I've told you to.
So you're threatening me?
Yes, the one, I believe I know which one you're talking about. I believe at the end of that video, the officer was like, says something like, I told you this was going to happen, or something like that. I'll see if I can find that one. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to Beaver in the chat because I just checked my email and she sent me a $10 Amazon gift card. Thank you very much, Beaver. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you this is the next step.
Do you have a supervisor present?
No, but I have two other officers here, sir.
Well, you need a supervisor.
No, I don't. Okay,
Yes.
I don't want to break your window, but
I don't want you to break my window either.
Okay,
This
then
is.
produce me with an operator's license.
You know, you're only allowed to do that if there's been a crime committed.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and break your window.
Well, if you break my window, I will sue you.
Okay.
United, listen, I don't want you to know this on record because I have a video recorder. I want you to know before your guys' own, so you know. United States Code 42, subsection 1983. It says.
So it turns out his girlfriend or wife is a soft sit too. Why am I not surprised?
You can sue the police officer directly, not your agency or your whatever.
Sir,
I don't want to be like that.
sir, do you have a driver's license?
I do.
Okay. All you have to do is produce it to us.
But I have a permit that's valid and it's still good. She has a license, so I can drive.
That's all
But
we need you to do.
I know that's what you want, but legally
No.
I'm traveling,
Legally,
so
you're required to.
Yeah, if I-
for a valid reason.
if
So you
I
don't
know
produce that
if I'm
ID, you're gonna
driving,
be under arrest.
I know. I want you to hear me out. If I'm driving and Black's Law Dictionary, driving says I'm operating in commercial capacity. I'm traveling. I'm not on the roadways making money.
We're gonna discuss this in court, okay? This is not the time to discuss.
You know.
Run out of the car.
You give me my paper that shows that I got.
And once again, a sovereign citizen travels to jail.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir. I already told you that.
And I don't think the right to travel argument worked out too good for him. I hope it was worth it for this soft sit. For his troubles, he got a free night stay at the Gray Bar Hotel. Thank you to all my channel members as always. And the right to travel once again fails. So I did did find that Canine video. This is from Schrodinger's Cat's channel. Let me bring it up.
Gary?
It's been a while since I've seen this one.
This is your vehicle? Your automobile? Okay. So, do you know a Gary then? Do you know? Okay.
Take care, Chris.
So, this goes back to it. I ran the plate, comes back to a Gary.
Like I said, the audio isn't great, but the driver's doing the typical sovereign citizen thing. He's barely opening his window. He's not answering questions. And on top of it all, he's got a homemade license plate.
Of course, he has a
Officer Shackle,
homemade
211.
license plate.
You're welcome.
Can we get your name? How would we use it against you? Warrants?
Yeah, I was looking for the one also with the sovereign citizen's point of view as well. So far, the only ones I can find are the body cam ones. I'm going to keep looking just to see if by chance I could find it. And if anybody else has it, feel free to post the link in the chat. We all do. Definitely, man. Schrodinger's cat is the reason why I started making my videos. He inspired me. And one thing I regret is never being able to do any type of collab with him, because I would have loved to do some type of collaboration with him. The community definitely has not been the same without him.
You have a weapon on you?
You realize this trooper has a legal reason to stop you. You're obligated to give him your information.
Well, I understand he has a legal reason, but he does not have a lawful reason. I'm just a private man.
He's doing the legal versus lawful thing, which tells me that he's studied at YouTube University.
It is a lawful reason. In the state of Ohio, he can request your information. If you give him your information, he'll do what he's going to do, give you a ticket, advise you, and you'll be on your way. It doesn't have to be a whole big thing.
I'm not making a whole big thing. I was just traveling in my private capacity in my automobile, going from point A to point B, trying to get somewhere.
Okay.
And this gentleman pulled me over.
He did pull you over, and I'm sure for a legal reason. And if he did
But it may
see
be a
you,
legal reason, but it's not a lawful.
that's one and the same, sir. Legal and lawful. He's allowed to conduct a traffic stop and obtain your information. Okay. Well, that's not our traffic stop, like I said. We'll see what he wants to do. Of a constitutionalist refusing to give the trooper any information. There's a CCW attached to the car. He won't give us his name. Says he doesn't have a weapon in the car, but he's not being cooperative.
Do you live in the city?
I don't answer questions.
All right.
So I'll ask you again, you're refusing to give me your name, date of birth, social security number. Any of that will be sufficient.
I don't answer questions, officer.
Okay.
So you're not going to answer the question on whether or not you can give us that information?
I don't answer questions, officer. I'm up to the fifth.
Yes, sir.
I thought I heard about that there's a Moore that's defending Darrell Brooks. I want to say I'm surprised, but honestly, I'm not. Not at all.
Well, when an officer requests your name and information on a traffic stop, you don't have the right to plead the fifth. You understand that? You have the right to take a citation to court and contest it. You don't have the right to not provide your information. That's actually a crime and it's arrestable.
That is absolutely right. But he's an idiot. Luckily, there's 100 pounds of puppy power who will explain it to him in terms that even he can understand.
You understand that?
I do not understand anything.
I believe him.
Okay. Well, let me explain it to you. Refusing to provide your information.
Classic Schrodinger. Man, I miss him.
To a law enforcement officer conducting an investigation. It's a misdemeanor 4. Means it's arrestable. You can be taken to the Stark County Jail for that. Okay? Failure to disclose personal identifying information. It is a crime. Okay?
It's not a crime.
It is.
It's a statute violation. It's not a lawful crime. I've committed no crime.
Oh, sir, I assure you.
have the right to travel from point A to point B.
I assure you, it's a law.
I'm just trying to enforce the statute.
Okay.
That's all this is about. I'm trying to travel from point A to point B. It may be unfamiliar to some of y'all, but I'm doing.
No, it's not unfamiliar to me at all.
Well, then you should know that I have the right to travel from point A to point B in my automobile, unimpeded, trying to be enforced the statute upon.
Incorrect.
No, that is correct.
No, sir. Driving is a privilege, not a right.
I'm not driving.
No, you are.
I'm traveling.
You're operating a motor vehicle. Okay.
You're going to be traveling to jail real shortly.
See what we got.
Driving's a commercial term. That's why I have non-commercial on the back and not for hire. Driving's a commercial term.
Okay.
I'm traveling in my.
Well, we'll see what we got to do here then. Because if you just give your information, you can give it to that officer, that trooper, and he can do what he's going to do, and then we can be on our way.
I just wish to be on my way.
Well, we could all be on our way. All you got to do is give me or my partner here your social security number, a driver's license, any kind of identification. We can check you.
I'm not required by law.
You are. You are.
You are absolutely.
Okay.
And here comes the canine. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited.
I thought this would be a quick stop by check on the trooper. He's traveling, not driving. That's why he has non-commercial back there. This is going to be a thing. He's not required by law. I've tried every which way to be nice, get his social name, anything. You run those actual numbers, and it comes back to a Toyota, 2015 Toyota, which could be that vehicle, to a guy who has a CCW. Now, that's obviously a made-up plate, but we just happened to plug that in to Leeds and run it as if that were the Ohio plate, and it's a 2015 silver Toyota, so who knows?
That ain't no 2015.
Well, that's true.
That's about it.
And I don't think that the picture of the guy, they look similar. They really do.
Yeah, that's
So
I did find the video of the guy who's defending Brooks, and we're going to take a look at that after this video.
All right, let me ask you this. Let's pretend that came back to a 2003 Toyota.
okay.
It's still illegal not to have an actual plate on there, right?
Oh yeah.
So we're good on the stop.
This trooper's
He's
traffic.
found to
This
comply.
trooper's traffic stop is completely great.
He gets bid.
He's 100% legal for the stop, and I've asked him 10 ways to Sunday. So he's gonna shut down this road and get his dog out. You could try to reason with him.
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna actually.
There's no reasoning with sovereign citizens.
Get out the car. Okay, I'm advising you to get out the car. Okay, I'm ordering you to get out the car, or it's gonna be placed under arrest.
This is what's going to happen. As much as I'm a man and I'm standing here alive today, this is what's going to happen. We're going to break that window. At which time that window's broke, I'm going to send this 100-pound Belgian Malinois in there. He's going to apprehend you. At which time I'm going to drag him and you out of the ground. If you continue to resist, the repaint compliance put on you to the point where you will no longer resist. 100%. 100%.
It doesn't get much more unambiguous than that. And the dog sounds like he's really ready to go.
This is your final. He's ready. I'm telling you as we speak. You are going to be bit by this canine if you do not act accordingly. Are you willing to open this door and come out peacefully? Okay. Open the door. We're breaking it and coming in for you.
It's locked.
It's okay.
Oh, I thought the same thing. Like, wouldn't it be easy?
This is your final chance, sir.
Here comes the fun part. You can't see the dog yet in this clip, but I was able to get footage from a different vantage point, and he seems pretty confident.
You're dealing with Scrappy Doo now. Prepare to splat!
I've been trying to show your ass! Stop him!
You got it? Got him, Joe?
Stop it! Stop biting my dog! Roll over on your stomach! Roll over! Roll over! Give us your hand!
Playing stupid games, playing stupid prizes.
I got his leg.
All right.
Got leg.
Is that cuff?
I got leg.
Ow! Oh my God! Ow! Ow!
Stop fighting him.
All right, now extend that arm all the way out. Get away from me. Ow! 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 My arm hurts, guys. My arm hurts, guys. Please. Stop.
Then stop.
Please stop. Please. Okay, everybody clear? Please.
Clear.
Close. Turn over your stomach now.
Roll over. Roll over. Hands behind. Hands behind you.
Both hands.
Other one. Give him that hand now. Give him that hand.
My arm's hurting, guys.
He said, "My arms hurt, guys." That's kind of the point, Sherlock. How many times did they warn you?
Please. Please. I've been lawful. Release his hand. I've been lawful. Release your hand. I've been lawful. This is hurting, guys.
I know. We got a medic coming. Relax. And give him your hand.
I'm trying,
Yes,
guys.
we can see
Well,
you.
give him
I
your hand.
am. He got it.
Give it to him.
69,
You good?
Signal 7.
You're not bit, are you?
This is gangster.
I told you this would happen. Did I not? Was it worth it?
It was worth it to me, and I hope it was worth it to you. If you like this video and you
Was it worth it? It was worth it for all of us viewers, that's for sure. And again, that was the great Schrodinger's cat. I miss him. Things have not been the same without him. Now we're going to take a look at L-Ro-L. That's the name of his channel. And he is a insane sovereign citizen. And he is defending Darrell Brooks. Like, there's literally an entire playlist of videos that I want to make about this guy. Let me see. Let's bring it up. Share screen, Chrome tab. And he calls this video treasonous, then a bunch of hashtags, NATO, United Nations, and Department of Justice. So you can tell this guy is pretty unhinged.
NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The American people are fighting back against people that are committing treason.
No,
on
we're
our
still
land
streaming.
against us. And then we are being captured by those people and brought into their courts and tried under their system
I would love to know also.
and talked to, handled like animals
And I'm going to put the link
because
to
of what
his
they did
video in the chat.
to us. They caused us to start doing things that are not in our character because of their lies, their treason, their dishonesty. Check it out, North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Take care, Beaver, and thank you again for the Amazon gift card donation. I really do appreciate it. Have a great day, my friend.
The inevitable. It was already written from day one what was going to happen. It doesn't make me lose any sleep.
about that. I know I'm okay. I'm okay with everything.
Then please sit down.
I just want to be treated fairly, which I have not been.
We don't ever get treated fairly on our own land. Why should we, NATO?
At 8:42 a.m., this court ordered Mr. Brooks be removed from the courtroom due to repeated interruptions and disruption.
Why is he in there,
with
NATO?
The court. You can see that he.
Like, seriously, what the hell does NATO have to do with any of this? Like, this guy is insane.
Is seated with his back to the court or to the camera. He took his shirt off as well. I'm also
Anybody
told that he
referring
is
to us as
threatening
black
to
or
Well, we may all die if we play that drinking game.
African American is committing treason on this land. And it's up to the American people
The last speaker,
or the Department of Justice to handle it.
if you would, if it pleases
What is the
court,
sentence for
you can address
treason?
it later, or if you want to address it now, I don't.
Mr. Brooks, these are sentencing remarks. I'm not going to interrupt those sentencing remarks.
This is high treason right here.
Individually.
No, I'm not talking about
This
addressing
man
it
is defending his land and his constitution. These people have been violating it since it.
You know, he keeps saying this is treason, but he won't explain how it's treason. Like,
Since they
I'm
signed
not
it.
sure what you could possibly bring to the court's attention about a speaker who's already made a statement.
This woman is committing high treason.
very valid
NATO,
issue that I can bring to the
North
court.
Atlantic
Right,
Treaty
sir, while you're sitting there,
Treaty
it's something you need to
Organization.
address, I will. But I'm not going to disrupt what's happening right now to address that. We need to
Look,
put it in writing.
a colonizer talking
Go
to
ahead.
an American like that. NATO,
Mr. Brooks,
NATO,
please put it
a
in writing.
colonizer is judging an American. Here it is, NATO.
Worked with the father of, right?
These people, anyone calling us black or African American on this land, right, is committing treason against us. So we can defend ourselves. And what's the sentence for treason?
spoiler,
All of these
it's not
Caucasians
treason.
on this land, all colonizers, call us black and African American. They're all committing treason.
Speaks for itself. All of those issues were previously put on the record. There's no need for
NATO,
you to make
North
any comments.
Atlantic Treaty Organization.
He did work with his father, though, right?
Mr. Brooks, stop. If you interrupt me again, you're going to risk going into the other courtroom. I'm not going to have
So
you
you gonna hold me in
degrade
contempt?
the integrity of these proceedings.
I'm not
Integrity
sitting in the
of
court.
her
What's
treason.
going on
I
right
just
now
wanted to know
by
that
once again trying to derail what's
Thou
happening.
shalt not judge,
always
NATO.
talk about somebody trying to derail something.
This
As if that was the plan, like somebody coming
Mr.
here
Brooks,
to
I'm
derail
advising
something.
you to be quiet,
Look,
or I will clear this
look,
court with
NATO,
Illinois
North
personnel,
Atlantic
and you will
Treaty
lose your right to be present
Organization.
while the remainder of these individuals give their statements.
Okay, well, come on with it.
All colonizers are committing high treason against the American people on this land.
Sir, you're going to have to be removed. I'm sorry. I can't tolerate that from anyone. Mr. Brooks, my admonishment to you is the next person's going to get up and they're going to start their statement.
Okay, yeah. but
She's
you made it seem
committing
like
high
I'm trying to
treason.
Purposely interrupt that.
Mr. Brooks?
Like, really, this guy, I think, needs a psychiatric evaluation. Just my opinion. But it's a capital felony treason. Not making this up. L. That's his name. Morocco isn't part of NATO. Try telling him that.
This is real.
I don't think that's
This
fair.
isn't fake, NATO.
Please be quiet.
Okay.
This isn't TV. This is real, NATO.
To speak. I still have
They
that
aren't
right.
acting, NATO.
hearing.
I don't
The
care what
trial
it is. You're not going to continue.
He is arguing
You're not-
with me. He is now forfeited.
You're not going to
his right
continue.
because everyone
You're not
is
going to
aware of the courtroom
continue.
while he's moved to the next courtroom, and I'll make the appropriate findings when I'm able to do that.
So can I get a finding of fact? Can I get a legal finding of fact? Because I don't agree to it. Stop it.
NATO, what's
Do
up?
it. I just don't think he wanted to. I just think this is all part of his
North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
this referring to himself in the third person, trying to distract him or detract
Listen
himself,
to the
I should say,
colonizer.
from the events, taking absolutely no responsibility.
NATO, North Atlantic Treaty
I
Organization.
have no idea.
Those words have been used here today, and nothing could be further.
So defending.
But yeah, JCarr also made a video about this, and I would highly recommend him going to watch his video.
Our land against people that are committing treason on us is considered being a coward.
From this parade.
Right. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
But only to stop long enough and try and take advantage of good citizens that would help him. He calls it.
She wants to degrade him.
He lies to the officers.
Listen to him.
Repeatedly.
So you're lying now. You all have been lying
Testimony from Daniel
since you came
a
here.
good man with good intentions and a good heart who took this murderer into his home.
Oh, like you all aren't murderers.
I've never killed anyone before. Like, oh my god. This guy is freaking insane.
Held him there long enough
You
for the
are
police to
straight
come and take him away.
genocidal maniacs.
Without any knowledge whatsoever.
You are
what
listen.
had gone on.
You are genocidal maniacs. You are committing genocide against the American people. All of you call us Black and African American. That's treason. High
No,
treason.
it's not.
What is the sentence for high treason? You all are the problem. He's defending his land against you. In NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, you know it. You know it. You dirty dog motherfuckers. You know it. NATO. Anyone on this land that refers to us calls.
Yeah, after this video, we're going to watch something else. The stupidity with this guy is very, very strong.
Treason against us, the American people. They're violating 1786 Treaty of Peace and Friendship.
The treason isn't high, but he is.
Of Madrid.
Absolutely.
So, if you violate peace treaties, we have the right to defend ourselves. We are defending ourselves against you calling us what we are not, committing genocide against us. So you can say what you want, colonizer, but you are committing high treason. All of you.
I agree, LJ Sings.
He takes advantage of everyone. He's extremely manipulative.
This guy might be right about you, Mark. You seem kind of sketchy.
Extremely manipulative. You colonizers have manipulated all of us into believing that we come from Africa, that we come from slavery. And you talk about manipulative, you talk about using, you're on our land. using our resources and giving us nothing for it. Nothing. North Atlantic Treaty
It's not your land.
Organization. This is priceless. I don't even want to see anymore. But just understand, NATO, this is not an act. These are not actors. This is what's going on the People's Republic of Morocco's land to the American people right now, today, in 2022. This is what the colonizers are doing to the American people, committing high treason. No.
It's as if he learned a new word. Like, that's his word of the day. I just want to take a look at the comments real quickly, just to see if there's anybody actually agreeing with this guy. You need to be committed ASAP. Have you had a mental health screening? It's painful being this crazy. Seriously, get some help for your delusion state. See a professional. In KFAR, goddamn, you're crazy. Like, the stupidity is very strong with that guy. All right, let's watch. Let me see if I can bring one up here. Let's watch another Right to Travel video, because after that one, like, I need to see a regular soft sit, if that makes sense, after listening to that guy.
Matter of fact, my paper in my other car. I just filed the lawsuit 3 days ago, Friday, against the North Platte Police Department for the same thing. Just going to the judge. So I just want you to know that. What's your first name? Toby? Yeah. He's in the lawsuit with Kayla Reed, my girlfriend, doing the same thing, depriving me of liberty. I'm just using the road. I'm using the road, going from point A to point B. He's putting motor vehicle codes on me and my property. They don't apply. Private property.
Oh God, he has a private property sign on his car. Well, I have some news for you, sovereign citizen. Your car may be private property, but your private property is on a public roadway. Therefore, you have to follow the traffic laws. Well said, Passmark.
I have no reason to talk to you. You are the...
And like, yeah, anybody can file a lawsuit for anything, but that doesn't mean anything. Take care, Raven Lunatic. Have a great day, my friend. I mean, anyone can file a lawsuit, but it means nothing if you don't win it.
Depriving me of liberty. You are depriving me of rights. I'm going to file a lawsuit as soon as I leave tomorrow. All right, I'm listening. Go ahead. The camera is too. I do need. Did you read my notice right there? I do need. No. Sir, I do not drive. He's not interested in my notice.
I wouldn't be interested in your notice either. Your notice is just some nonsense printed off a sovereign citizen website and has no legal meaning whatsoever. You think it's some sort of magical spell that will get you out of trouble, even though it's not.
Give it to me. Your driver's license, your registration, and insurance. So listen, okay, just listen. What is you gonna do? Like, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. I'm never getting I'm never getting driver's license. I'm never getting registration. I'm never getting insurance.
Well, then you're just gonna keep getting arrested and getting your car towed.
Ain't none of my cars registered. Look at my YouTube channel, Police to Police, North Platte NE. Look at my YouTube channel. All right, keep talking. My car is not registered. So what's wrong with you? It's an automobile. It's not a motor vehicle.
That is
it's
true,
mine,
USA.
it's private property, and you are trespassing. He's trespassing.
Why is he smiling? Because he thinks that he's in the right, and he's so cocky and arrogant to see that he's completely wrong. And he really thought that this lawsuit was actually going to go somewhere, but from what I heard, it got thrown out. So the car. I agree, Granger.
Toby Smith is trespassing. What's up? Can I get my notice back? My card right there, my statement. That's my statement that you ignoring, that you don't read. Do you know what a motor vehicle is?
Take care, Kimberly.
Under the color of law, he don't even know what a motor vehicle is. He worked for the police. He got a gun. I'm doing everything under duress. Under the Constitution, I'm not complying with this guy. You know my name. You know my name. You a clown. You know my address.
I don't know your address. I don't know why I would know your address.
Bro, y'all ride past my house every day.
How do you spell Devontae? Okay, this can go easy or it can go.
I'm trying to get a piece of paper. Devonte. It could go easy or not. I will see you in court. I'm not scared of you, bro. I'm finna ride around all day, every day, take my liberty away. That's just gonna be another lawsuit. Bro, listen, I'm taking y'all to court every time. Every time. Do you know what a motor vehicle is? No. Let me talk. All right, go ahead. Talk. Go ahead.
You understand why we have to have registrations and such?
Listen, that is a motor vehicle code for commercial purposes. No. This is private property. I own it. I paid for it.
Yeah, well, your private property right now is on a public roadway. Therefore, you're obligated to listen and follow the rules of the road. Hey, Socks. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Or did you pay for it? No. Did the police department pay for it? No. Did the state of Nebraska pay for it? No. You are a clown, dude.
Once again, your private property is on a public roadway, and the only one that's acting like a clown is you. If you continue playing this stupid game, you're going to win a stupid prize and win a free trip to jail.
You going to call me names or you going to let me talk?
Because you are depriving me of liberty right now. You are depriving me of rights right now.
Without paying those taxes.
I do not have to pay any taxes on my property. Right, it's my property.
What's your date of birth, Devontae?
You're trying to coerce me and conspire to make me pay taxes on my property. I will see you in federal court. Don't you, bro? Tomorrow. Listen, I swear to God, tomorrow I'm going to the federal court.
He hasn't won any lawsuits.
100%. I'm uploading my YouTube video tomorrow with this car at the federal court. You a clown. Don't. Y'all already watch it. They already called the police.
No, what's your YouTube?
I just said it, bro. Police the police, North Platte, NE. Okay? It's simple, bro.
Okay.
What else do you want?
You care if I subscribe?
I don't care, bro. It's for the courts. It's for people to understand.
But Supreme Court's upheld.
Bro, this is private property. It's not a motor vehicle. You are trying to coerce me to make my car a motor vehicle. No, it's not.
It is a motor vehicle based on the
bro.
I want to know where these idiots get enough money to have multiple cars and keep getting them towed and getting tickets. I think most of the time they buy cheap cars off the internet, like Craigslist and stuff like that. They probably buy them for cheap because they're broken down cars that barely run, which is why they're able to afford it.
All right, okay, deprive me of rights then. What you want to do? What?
Well, you're going to get a citation. Please don't reach out.
I'm looking for my keys. I'm just bro. Come on, man. Why? What, bro? I'm going to the federal court tomorrow. Why would I need to hurt you, harm you, or anything? You is depriving me of liberty. You shouldn't stop me. Why are you stopping me? Talking about a motor vehicle. You see it's no trespassing. You see it's no trespassing on the back. I do not have to have a driver's license, bro. What is wrong with you? You crazy, bro. I'm gonna listen forever.
That's
every day, y'all
true.
gonna see me every day. I got two cars. I got a white
Most
Toyota
of the time,
Corolla,
it's not even
and I
their
got this
car.
Corolla. Y'all gonna see me every day. I'm gonna file a lawsuit every day
Throughout this video, this softset has said that he's going to sue the officer, and I don't think the officer cares, because if this ever does get to court, the judge is just going to laugh at this softset.
Every day. Y'all depriving me of liberty. I don't want to hear a motor vehicle code.
I got one thing to say real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, you're just gonna keep getting citations. Now I'm gonna
keep
go
giving them
to
to me.
citation right now.
Keep giving them to me.
Are you gonna sign it?
Of course.
Okay. Let me go get that.
Hey, listen, under duress, I'm gonna sign it. You have a gun, you have ammo. Like, come on, I gotta sign it, bro. You got handcuffs. I gotta sign it. This is for the courts. This is going on my YouTube channel. I'm only signing it because he's forcing me to sign it. No one else can pull me over and threaten me and
with that citation, okay?
force me to sign a citation. Private property. No trespassing. He's trespassing. All of them are trespassing. Fuck is wrong? Every day I'm gonna drive my car, operate my car. Bro, it's coercion, bro. I'm not worried, bro. I'm not none of that, bro. Tell them, bro. Y'all depriving me of liberty. Y'all depriving me of rights, bro. Do not be scared. Do not let them take your rights away. You do not understand.
Surprisingly, they do. To the shock
You do
of
not
sovereign
need to if you
citizens.
illegally search my car. Go ahead. Listen, I do not consent. Let me say something on the camera. Okay.
Your consent is neither requested or asked for. They don't need your consent.
Okay. Go ahead.
I can get the VIN, and I will get the VIN. Okay. You'll either have to move your sign off the VIN up there, or I'll have to get it out of the door.
Listen, I do not consent. And
This
okay,
is a topic for conversation.
okay.
I'm getting that VIN.
I'm not.
Can I get it in the door,
I'm not.
or can I get it there?
I'm not conversating, bro. I gotta say something for the camera.
Okay.
I do not consent.
Unfortunately for you, your consent isn't required whatsoever.
Against the Fourth Amendment.
Obstruction. Okay.
Listen, I'm not.
Can
How am
you
I
open the door
obstructing?
so I can get the VIN number.
I'm obstructing
I'm not
because he want me
surprised.
to open my door against my will. Go ahead. Okay. He just opened my door against my will. He's searching my car. Todd Smith. Oh, Sarah Jones right there. Yes. Toby Smith and Sarah Jones. Depriving me of rights right now. I will be at the federal courthouse tomorrow. You a clown. You don't even know what a motor vehicle is. Both of y'all. That's what a motor vehicle is. What y'all doing? Extorting people for money. Fuck is wrong with you, clown? Y'all some clowns. No, it's not registered. It will never be registered.
Apparently, the sovereign citizen did receive a citation and was informed not to drive the vehicle. However, that part isn't on video. But what do you think he's going to do next?
A few minutes later.
The same officer who just pulled me over.
Keep your hands up, okay? All right, I told you not to drive and you drove off, right?
I don't drive, sir. I'm being deprived of filing lawsuits.
So he was literally told not to drive, and the first thing he did in front of the officers was drive his vehicle. Like how dumb can you be? Like, if you're gonna commit a crime, at least don't do it right in front of the officer.
Claiming I'm driving, no proof. Go ahead. What do you want to do now?
Now, do you have a driver's license in any state?
Sir, I do not.
Yes or no?
Sir, I do not drive.
I hope you feel better soon, LJ Singh. Glad you're here to distract me. Well, we're glad to have you here, my friend.
I'm not a commercial driver.
You have no driver's license?
I do not drive, sir. I'm in my property that I pay for. I do not drive.
Okay.
Can you give me a chance to fight my case in court? Can you give me a chance to file my court case tomorrow? Tomorrow. I do not, sir. If it was a motor vehicle, it would be registered with the state. I do not drive.
By definition, it is a
Bro.
motor vehicle.
I do not drive, sir. I'm going to repeat that over and over. You are depriving me of rights. You are depriving me of liberty. I'm trying to go file my lawsuit. I'm trying to fight my case in court. I'm trying to go home. I have the right to use the roads under life or liberty. I just came from handling business. So now he's saying I can't use the road to go handle business. I can't do anything. You see this judge? Todd, what's your name? Toby Smith. Okay, I got it on video, the last video. I'm filing my lawsuit. I can't use the roads to go handle business. That's what this officer is saying. The North Platte Police Department. I can't go home. He already extorted me with a ticket. Okay.
How did I extort you?
This is extortion, sir. I do not drive. I do not drive. This is not a motor vehicle. I don't know what your definition of motor vehicle is, but I do not drive.
You keep saying you don't drive as you're sitting in the driver's seat of a motor vehicle, and yes, it is a motor vehicle despite you saying it's not. And when you do drive, you put the gear into drive. There's no such gear as travel.
So,
well, this meets my definition.
It meets his definition, so that's fine.
My definition, but the definition
Okay.
of the state of Nebraska.
Okay, so he's claiming I'm driving. I'm in my
You go ahead
property.
and step out of the vehicle for me.
All right, just 1 second. 1 second. Let me take my girlfriend.
To the surprise of nobody but himself, he got arrested for driving after being told not to. Now let's hear what he has to say after his arrest.
This video is for the judge, federal judge. The same officer who deprived me of rights is sitting outside my house.
Well, yeah, that's because you said multiple times during the traffic stop that you would never get a license, never get insurance, and never get registration. So if the officer knows you're going to drive, that will be a crime. So, of course, why wouldn't the officer wait?
All right, I just got out the county jail. My bond was $250, no operator's license, and no proof.
There should just be a blanket policy for all law enforcement where refusal to ID during a traffic stop warrants immediate extraction and arrest of the driver. I agree with that for sure. There should be a policy like that. Instead of sitting on the side of the road for 20 minutes playing these sovereign citizen games, just rip them out of the car and arrest them.
Of insurance. But, man, as I tell y'all all the time, man, it's a scare tactic. I'm not getting licensed. I'm not getting registration. I'm not getting insurance. Listen, the police is down there, bro. Y'all can see him all the way in the distance. The same one who arrested me all the way down there, sitting at the store, right in front of that yellow truck down there. I just rode past him twice, bro. Listen, I'm not.
I wonder if he bought all of that, the sign and the license plate from freedom from government. I'm willing to bet you he probably did.
I'm not getting my car registered. When I go to court, I'm not even gonna tell y'all because like y'all know what to say. Y'all know what to do. It's just a scare tactic. I'm gonna file another lawsuit. I just filed the lawsuit Friday.
Your lawsuit is going to be laughed at and thrown out of court.
I'm gonna file another lawsuit tomorrow. I'm taking this car right here tomorrow to Lincoln, Nebraska, to file my lawsuit. I promise y'all I'll never get my car registered. I promise y'all that don't scare me. $250, that's it? I mean, if you gonna extort me for more than that. But bro, other kind use, you feel me? If you're gonna extort me for $250, extort me more than that. Everything good, man. I'm going to file my lawsuit tomorrow.
Increasing, and eventually you'll be facing jail time. If you were smart, you would stop this sovereign citizen. You won't use common sense and realize this doesn't work. You're just going to keep digging your hole even deeper. As always, I would like to give a well said, past Mark. And that lawsuit of his absolutely went nowhere. I doubt they're even his cars, really. And if they are, he bought them cheaply off Craigslist or something. Alright, I think we have time for one more video. This is going to be a classic one. A Moorish sovereign citizen who refuses to pay a toll fee. Because after all, this is Morocco, right? So he doesn't need to pay tolls.
Hindering my right to travel by putting this barricade up in front of me.
Well, I would call the state legislator then and try to have that changed.
Well, somebody gonna have to do something because this is, this unconstitutional.
Well, you have to pay the toll. No one told you have to drive on the turnpike.
I can travel this land as I please. This is my birthright.
Okay, yeah, I can too, but I have to pay tolls when I go on toll.
But what's the difference between me and you? You're not a national. I'm a national. This land is mine by birthright. I have the right to travel this land.
If you don't like it, like I said, you can call.
It's not what I don't like. This is the law. We signed a treaty with your U.S. service, with your United States Service Corporation.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to pay the toll.
Well, you're not getting any cash tonight. You might can give me a ticket, and
that's what
ticket
that's what you're gonna do, and then you're gonna have to pay the toll.
Well, I'm not. I'm letting you know I'm not paying it. So you can give me a ticket or something like that, but I'm not signing anything. And I'm not paying anything because I'm on my own land and I got the right to travel as I please.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope you get better soon, Mark. Hopefully you get better soon, my friend. There are several toll roads in Morocco. I bet you he doesn't know that.
Well, you're on a private road.
There's no such thing as no private road.
Okay.
What's private about this road?
What's not private about it?
This is my birthright. I'm traveling on my own land. This land.
What's your land?
America.
Yeah.
A Mexam, Turtle Island.
Yeah, that's my land's United States too.
And your parents came from where? Your ancestors came from where?
Do you pay property tax?
Your ancestors came from where?
Do you pay property tax?
To whom?
Are you Indian?
To whom? No, I'm Moorish American. I'm a national. Okay. I have an own state. I'm not no war to any state that y'all created.
Well, can you just do anything you want? You pay property tax?
I don't have to pay any property tax. I'm on my own land. I'm on my own land.
Is this your van?
I'm on my own land.
Is this your van?
This is my private vehicle.
Okay, it's your
my
van.
Private conveyance.
You pay tax on it, right?
No.
You didn't pay tax when you bought the vehicle. I bet you did.
No.
We're just going around in circles on this.
Yeah, because you are very you are incompetent of the law. That's what it is.
No, I know what the law is. The state of Ohio.
What's the law?
You're going to pay your toll. This is a private road.
So you can go and get a constitution and show me something in there that says I have to pay a toll in the Constitution.
We're not going to do this.
I know you're not going to do it because
charge
you know
toll evasion or whatever you choose, but I'm going to give you.
It's no such thing as no toll evasion.
Within 7 days. If you don't, your name's going to be on the list and be a warrant.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't have jurisdiction, so a warrant's gonna go to who?
I got jurisdiction.
Over what?
Would you? What's the big deal about paying?
If I'm not a ward of the state,
come on the turnpike.
I guarantee you, he never paid this toll and probably got arrested.
If you don't want to pay the toll, don't come on turnpike.
This is my land. I can go wherever I please. I have the right to travel.
Yeah, well, you have the right to travel.
Do you have one of your little pamphlets
you don't have the right to travel in my driveway.
What is your driveway?
My private road.
Exactly. Just pay the damn money. It's not worth all of this. Arguing it's not worth potentially getting a warrant out for your arrest. It's not worth it. It's like the same thing when they refuse to get a license, insurance, and registration. All the court costs and jail time is not worth it compared to just getting a license and the required documents in the first place.
My privacy, my residence, my name.
Do you pay property taxes?
I sure do.
Okay, what that mean? You don't own it. Do you pay property taxes on your shoes, on your clothes, on your food in your refrigerator? No, you own that.
You're making a lot of good points. I understand. I know where you're coming from. But
this being competent of the law, sir.
Well, like I said, call your...
I know my words might be shaking a little bit because nobody has never came and questioned y'all why we have to pay for a toll. We're traveling on our own land. And right now you are hindering me from traveling. You are detaining me.
This is private.
You are holding me against my will.
You're holding yourself up.
No, there's nothing private about this land.
You should have paid the toll and you could have been gone.
What was this going on prior to 1492? Exactly. Before your people came over here? Exactly. Y'all came over here and started making
completely
all these
irrelevant.
Your people.
Who's my people?
Are you a native of this
Who's
land?
my people?
Are you a native of this land?
No, you said my people. Who's my people?
The people that came over here after 1492, after our empire fell.
What empire?
The Moroccan Empire, which you're standing on right now, Turtle Island of Mexico. Yeah, you might want to do some history.
Yeah.
Law and history go together. You might want to look at both of them at the same time. That's why you're dropping your pen and stuff.
I dropped it because I'm fiddling with it.
Now you're dropping it because you're trying to figure out what's going on here.
Nah, I know.
Yeah, I know what's going on. You're very on top of what's going on. I ain't no sovereign citizen. What is a sovereign citizen?
You are a sovereign citizen, so don't say that you're not.
You don't know what sovereign citizen?
He is 100% a sovereign citizen. Hey, Baker Street Gaming, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yep, he thinks he's Native American. Again, all this is over a $2 toll booth fee. Like, it's just not worth it in my mind.
No, that don't even make no sense. How you gonna be sovereign and a citizen? That mean I'm a ward of something. I'm not no ward of your state. I'm not no citizen of this fake ass country that y'all don't came up with.
All right. Well, if you don't like this,
hey man, this is
rules, man.
I already know this is a de facto government. It's bankrupt. That's why y'all using these Federal Reserve notes that ain't even money, because if it was money, it'll be backed by something. And I'm not even finna give you no Federal Reserve notes to travel on my own land.
The only real money is gold.
Exactly, what y'all stole from my people when y'all came over here 1492.
All right.
And I told you I'm not signing anything that's gonna obligate me saying that I agree to travel or pay to travel on my own land. I do not agree to pay to travel on my own land.
You got a driver's license still?
Yeah, me neither. I'll never understand it either, Adam. It's really just nonsense talking to these people. You'll never be able to reason with them. Just look at the idiot, the sovereign citizen that we had in the chat earlier. He had at least 3 or 4 different accounts, and he kept switching accounts to spew the same nonsense. Hey, PJC, great to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
I just went through this. I already know that's I don't know what to call it. A monopoly ticket, just like monopoly money.
Here, read it. You got what, 7 days or 5 days? 7 days now.
I don't even want it. You can put it on my windshield or something. I'm not even touching it.
There's your windshield. All right, take it safe. All right, be safe.
Yeah.
You're about to go through another time, just so you know.
Talk about childish behavior. Now this sovereign citizen is going to declare victory just because he didn't get arrested.
And once again, they ain't got shit. You know, my words, they was a little shaky, you know. They're a little shaky. But it ain't even my words. It's my spirit. I'm not scared of their ass. I'm competent of what the fuck is going on. I know they ain't got no goddamn power. Y'all stop giving them power. Stop calling their ass state patrols, state troopers. They ain't got none of this shit on lock, bro.
He's more concerned with saying his soft-sit nonsense rather than paying attention to the road.
We got the key. They got a goddamn lock, and the shit ain't even locked. It's just a lock on the goddamn, the little shit where the lock hang, but the lock ain't closed. The shit in our mind, dog, we got the key. It's already been popped. Noble Drew Ali already popped the lock. 1928, he established the First Nation state, Morris Science Temple of America. And I'm dropping all the keys. I don't even give a fuck. If Facebook take it down after I post it, fuck it. I got it in my phone, I'm gonna keep reposting it. Cause they can't do shit. They ain't on shit, they ain't got shit. You know what I'm talking about? Free my nigga Roland. I wish you would have nationalized, man. Op shit, pop shit. You already know how we go. And
See, at least here where I live in Massachusetts, it's illegal to use your phone in any type of way while driving. The only way you can use it really is if it's hands-free. This guy is holding his phone like this, recording, and not even paying attention to the road at this point. So right now he's endangering everybody else on the road because he's more concerned about his YouTube video than actually driving safely. I'm getting tired of past Mark making sense. Well, he is a very intelligent person.
I'm shooting the sign the whole time that it's there. You already know how I'm rocking, man. You already know how I'm rocking, man. Right over love. But yeah, man, just so y'all know, man, I did that just to show y'all, man, these folks ain't got shit on us. And shit, if I have to go through this all the way through, whatever I have to go through, they gonna keep doing this shit. They gonna keep calling state patrol. They gonna keep goddamn giving me tickets that I ain't finna motherfucking sign. Yeah, you give me a goddamn ticket, but if I ain't signed it, that means I did not agree, and I am not obligated to goddamn do any bitch ass thing with this bullshit. And I'm gonna keep it.
Just because you ignore a ticket doesn't mean it goes away. There's a couple more minutes of this nonsense, but I think we'll end this clip here. This bonus video is another Moorish sovereign citizen in court, and the judge is hearing none of his nonsense.
I object to any court-appointed officers for standing in. Is this being recorded? I'm being violated. My due process is being violated. I have the right to speak to the record. If you want to take a stand down and the question is. I need to know what laws we're working under, because I already objected to any public defender, officer of the court. Any. They are incompetent. I am private counsel. I'm an authorized representative. I'm the authorized representative.
Gotta love it when they wear a fez in court. It really makes them look like a jackass.
I'm not entering any plea. Okay, so people, are you an Article 3 judge? Is this the Article 3 court? I'm not here to challenge the charges. I'm here to challenge the jurisdiction. You told me that you have jurisdiction. Based on what account? Are you a party in the matter?
Well, no, the state won the state will be ready on the 7th of October, Judge, when we usually try cases for property.
Objection. Is this party
people object?
Let the record reflect that the judge is violating due process of law. What law are we working under? I'm here on the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, 1786, 1787.
Treaty of Peace and Friendship.
Recently signed by President Barack Hussein Obama. And I'm here to enforce the Constitution, the rights of indigenous people, and human rights charter. Now, if we're here on the doctrine of discovery, which is the Christopher Columbus story, I object. This is not an Article 3 court. You are not an Article 3 judge. These are all statutes, ordinances, and resolutions that do not apply to the natural people of America. Objection. Have you received my doctrine of discovery? Yes, I have, sir. Have you received my written affidavit, my proclamation? Have you received the United States John Kerry signed, sealed on that trademark, that trade name? Sir, be here October 7th. There'll be a bench warrant for your arrest. Thank you. I thought this was a trial. Wasn't this a trial?
Let him let it reflect that the judge left the bench.
Still has not stated for the record what laws
he abandoned ship.
Let the record reflect
Abandoned ship.
has been dismissed because the judge abandoned the bench.
Now the chat slowed down a bit. Sovereign citizens and their silly little delusions. That's gonna do it for just another sovereign citizen failing completely in court. Not sure why they allowed him to wear the fez though. That kind of always bothers me. Right, I'm just looking, see if we can have one more video, because I gotta wrap this up shortly. But we may have time for one more video if I can find one. Oh, this is a good one. I haven't seen in a little while. Let me just bring it up. You're doing a live stream re-rolling your own videos? Well, we watched a sovereign citizen explain the right to travel earlier, so now we're kind of just relaxing, watching some older sovereign citizen videos. I got bingo, lol. Alright, this sovereign citizen gets shut down by his wife.
Oh, the cops just pulled us over right outside of our house. As soon as we pulled up to the house, we got our baby in the car. So they getting out.
I'm coming.
How you doing today?
How may I help you, officer?
You may help me by giving me your license, registration, and insurance.
Before we get there, I need you to give me your badge number. I'm recording for my protection. Where's your body camera at?
I don't have a body camera.
Okay.
Sir.
I need your
my badge number is 3420.
3420. I need your name and I need your bond claim number.
Okay. License, registration, insurance.
I will identify myself.
Okay.
I need you to identify yourself first.
I'm Officer Kincaid, badge number 3420.
Bond claim number, please.
License, registration, insurance, please.
Bond claim number.
Right,
Excuse me, can you give him your license, registration, and insurance? We have our child in the car. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Don't make this any more difficult than it needs to
And
be.
we're right outside of our home. We live right there.
License, registration, insurance.
Don't do it with my kid in the car. I'm not doing this. You can stand up for yourself another time. I'm not getting killed with my kid in the car.
Getting killed?
Yeah, right. You stupid. You black. Give up the ID, the registration, whatever.
I actually don't have to identify myself.
Well, you do, or you go to jail.
I love this woman. She's not listening to the sovereign citizen stuff with her child in the car. She ain't having it.
I'm not doing this.
Why are you pulling me over?
You have your center brake light out, sir.
What's the center brake light?
The center brake light is that brake light right in there.
I would go with a divorce lawyer.
If you left something in the house, they can escort me in there so I can get it.
If there's going to be any more problems, I'm going to request.
He's letting you know that your light's out, so say thank you. Damn, I'm not doing this with my kid in the car. Listen, you can do all of that. Identify yourself, and he gave you his badge number and all. You
guys give me his bond claim.
What the fuck is a bond? He probably don't even know what a bond claim number is.
No, he probably doesn't because it's complete soft-sit nonsense.
All right, they're binded. All them cops are bonded.
Okay, check your attitude. Because soon as they pulled you over, you straight had the attitude from John. Because your center brake light out. They ain't even talk to you all crazy. You start talking to them all crazy. Like, you could do that shit when you get pulled over by yourself.
I agree, USA.
Sit here and watch them kill a fucking man over driver's license, registration, and insurance. Because I'm traveling.
It's clear she isn't putting up with this nonsense. Why do these sovereign citizens always try this crap over minor traffic offenses? They rarely try the sovereign citizen garbage if it's a major crime. I think it's because they know the sovereign citizen defense doesn't work.
Sir, I have some bad news for you. Your vehicle registration expired May 31st. Okay? According to the laws of Philadelphia, I have to live stop your vehicle. It means it's going to be towed by the Philadelphia Parking Authority.
You have registration?
I need those keys, please, sir.
Yo, I need the supervisor.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm still going to need those keys.
I need the supervisor.
All right.
Because I'm traveling in my personal.
Yep, I agree with that. They do have control issues.
Okay, but you did at one point, though, right?
It's as if they were never told no as
How did you
children.
know the laws?
I'm starting to study now.
Okay, so you want a supervisor. I'm going to need those keys. Once you give me the keys, I'll call for the supervisor.
I'll need your supervisor.
All right, sir. It's not going to end well. I'm going to let you know that right now.
You can't take my car.
I can take your car.
Sir,
I
the
have to
car's
take your
not
car.
registered to the state.
It is registered to the state.
I'm going to yo, man, you
Sir?
can't take my car, man.
Sir?
That's where that recording ends, but there's an additional recording of the tow truck arriving, and the wife isn't happy with her husband.
Look at my sovereign citizen husband. Or more. Would he want to be a more citizen?
A moron.
He have a
more
right
like
to
it.
travel. He ain't got to re-register his car, and it only costs $70. Y'all niggas on here making this YouTube shit talking about you cannot register your car. Here come the tow truck to impound that shit. Talking about you ain't got to register your car. You have a right to travel and all of this crazy shit. And you ain't got to pay bills or do nothing like that. Look, they impounding his shit. Thanks a lot, honey. We can't make it to our daughter's doctor's appointments. You can't go to work. You can't do shit because you trying to be a more citizen. And look, the cops is impounding your shit. So first the car, next thing it'll be the house, and your credit score drop. Thanks a lot, more citizens. You fucked up my life.
Hopefully the wife was able to convince her husband to stop listening to the sovereign citizen nonsense, but I doubt it because sovereign citizens rarely listen. I hope you don't mind, but since this was a shorter video than normal, I decided to just upload it instead of doing a premiere. And another sovereign citizen gets his car towed. Gotta love it. And that wife was not having her husband's bullshit. Like, get a good lawyer. Hopefully a divorce lawyer. All right, guys, I think this is where we are going to wrap it up for today. Certainly one of the more entertaining streams. Had a soft sit in the chat, which was interesting to deal with for a while. How does a woman with a brain like that end up married with a kid to an idiot like him? It's hard to figure that one out. Like, I wonder why she married him. But yeah, today was fun. We dealt with a couple of soft sits in the chat. Even though I think it was the same person. And if you are a channel member, there is a new video out for you guys right now. And if you want to become a channel member, I will leave a link in the chat. So yeah, that video is probably going to be published tomorrow. Then we'll see where the rest of the week goes as far as video goes. I do want to give a huge thank you to Vilified Freedom for the $5 super chat earlier, and to Beaver for sending that $10 Amazon gift card earlier. I really appreciate it. So yeah, that is going to do it for me for today. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.